We're back with Denise Lieberman again from Washington University. We were just talking there. Let's just bring the conversation into everyone here. Your thoughts, what have we kind of missed tonight that you'd like us to kind of...
Well, you know, I think that what we saw is that we have come a long way in changing the law, as well as changing society and culture to recognize and accept LGBT folks in our community. But what I think we also saw is that we still have a long way to go to dispel much of the stigma, especially for our young people, for our seniors, for people of color, and for trans folks. And so the laws are still not adequate to protect all members of our society, being free from discrimination in the most basic aspects of their lives. Who they live with, their children, their jobs, their homes. These are all still areas where people who identify as gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender are still second-class citizens, at least in this state.
I thought it would, and it seemed to catch people, for instance, at the community table off guard a little bit when they learned you could be fired and there was no recourse. Do you find that to be the general knowledge base of our community?
Absolutely. Most people are very surprised to learn that this type of discrimination is still legal, and I think it's because it clearly offends our sense of fairness. We believe that people should be judged by the content of their character, by their qualifications, by what they do, not based on who they are. And little by little, that social stigma is going away, and with it, many of the legal stigmas that allow this discrimination to continue are also falling by the wayside.
You mentioned this at the top of the show, but I'm curious if you could kind of expand on it a little bit. Do you see any division in kind of what we talked about at the top of the show, kind of the cultural war, social cultural war, and then these other issues kind of we're talking about tonight? Are those diverging some with people, and people are more willing to maybe get on board with these issues of equality? You
know, it's interesting. I mean, many people think that, we need to change the laws to allow them to be more protective. But, you know, law rarely leads social change. Law rarely leads progress. Society often comes first, and the law then follows. And what we've seen in the last 10 years since the Supreme Court, 10 years ago this week, since the Supreme Court said you cannot outlaw loving relations between two people of the same sex, is that society has come a long way, and with it, many, many laws are falling. And, you know, just since last September, 6 states have joined the ranks of states that allow gay marriage. And now the Supreme Court is hearing 2 seminal cases involving the rights of gays and lesbians.
Denise.